What's happening, guys? Welcome to today's episode of Big South Outdoors TV. Today, we're going to talk chainsaw. But before we get into it, be sure and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any content. What am I talking about today? Specifically, I'm talking about the STIHL MS170. I'll have my son Nate put the specs in the description below. As a matter of fact, scratch that. I'll have them put them right here. Now, what am I going to be doing today? I'm going to be taking this bar off of this chainsaw. This bar does not belong on this chainsaw. This is actually a Poland bar, but I was on a job. This has been a while back. I was on a job and my other chain went dull on me, so I had to do a get me by to get me through the job. So I picked up a new chain, I found another used bar, and I got me a chain. I'm going to be putting it on today. So what I'm working on today, as you can tell, I'm in the field, and I am working on what is known as the field or the truck tailgate, aka the field workbench.
So aka.
So don't go anywhere. What tools are we gonna need to do this job? We're gonna need the STIHL multi-tool. It comes with, I'm hoping this is in focus. It comes with a torque head. Then the other end of it has a 5/8 spark plug wrench, and the other has a 13/16 spark plug wrench, and it also is used to take these bolts loose to loosen or tighten the bar. The other tool I'm going to need is a flat tip screwdriver. That's it. So let's get started. First of all, what you have to do, you have to unloosen these bolts. Get them loose enough where you can run them off by hand. I like to set my cover right there and put my bolts in the cover so they don't get lost. So you just take this bar off. Now here's my other bar. As you can see, you see how different those bars are made? Where this one's closed on the end, this one's open. See, it's just, and this is your slider, just like that is for your adjustment slider. Now these holes right here, there's a hole on either side, and what they're for, when you use a chainsaw, you're supposed to flip the bar to keep from wearing the surface, the guide surface out so quickly. And as you can tell, this bar is kind of scratched up and everything. I found this bar in my shop. I forgot I had it. But anyway, I got my chain right here. This is a STIHL chain. It's a carbide tip blade. Now it doesn't really look that much different than your standard blade, but it is. The only way you can sharpen this chain is with a diamond cutter, because it's got the teeth got carbide tips on them. But anyway, here's the numbers on this bar that you'll need for that chain. You go to your local STIHL dealer, you show that number, you have this number with you, and you say you got a 16-inch bar chainsaw. and this is the chain and bar you need. So we're gonna get it put on. First of all, what you do, you make sure your teeth are facing the right direction. Then you take your, let me turn the camera up just a little bit. Then you put your chain on the bar first, like this. Feed it all the way down, make sure it's on there, seated on there properly. You pull it kind of taut, and then you hold it down here at the end. Now this part will go over the sprocket. There's your sprocket. Pass it over there. Now what you have to do is hold it. Before I go any further, let me take this back off. This bolt right here, that's your bolt or your screw, whatever you want to call it, that turns this adjustment right here. This is what loosens and tightens your chain. When you got the chain installed, you just loosen these bolts up and then take your screwdriver and turn this clockwise, and it tightens the chain. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take my screwdriver and I'm gonna run this bolt out and run it back to where that chain will be fairly loose. Put it on there. Got to make sure the adjustment guide will line up. And just understand, the chain is going to be really loose when you put it on, just like it is right now. Next, you put your guide on there, and see this little nipple here? It pops into this little hole right here, and that's how you know you got it on properly. You put one bolt on, or nut, whatever you want to call it. Now, then you take your little screwdriver, you turn it. But you got to make sure that chain is going to go up inside that guide properly, or it'll bind up and won't turn. Okay? Now, you got your chain tight. It's about, usually a 1/4 of an inch of play is about all you need. Sorry about the banging on the tailgate. It's just, excuse me, field workbench. Get that good and tight. Now, one thing you need to do before you run a chainsaw, of course, you got to have gas in it. Got a little bit of gas in it. I'm not going to run it today. I'm doing this for the purposes of this video. But this little compartment here is of the utmost importance. This holds, I can get it. This little compartment here holds your chain lubrication oil, or bar and chain oil. Now I got this from Dollar General. That's what the DG stands for. And it's SAE 30 weight chain or bar and chain oil. If you don't have this in this compartment, the heat, the friction, because it's metal to metal, the heat and the friction will burn that bar and chain up in a matter of minutes. That's what that oil does. It's really thick. It says SAE 30, but it's really, really thick. And it lubricates the bottom part. Here's an old chain. It lubricates these guides right here. This right here is what runs in the guides of this bar. And that's what the oil lubricates, to keep it from literally melting itself. One important tip to remember, regardless of whether you're going to be using the saw right that moment or not, you always crank it up to make sure the chain is going to spin properly. Make sure it's going to turn and cut properly. So I'm going to do that now.
Thank you. These things are defective.
There you go, guys. That's how you install a bar and chain on a STIHL MS170. Again, the specs will be, the specs are in this video if you want to go check it out. I've had this particular chainsaw probably 4 years, and you hear it still runs great. I keep it serviced, change the spark plug and air filter and everything like that, try to keep it clean. I'm gonna be doing all that coming up. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content of this video. Be sure and hit the like and the subscribe button and click that notification bell so you don't miss any content. This is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV saying always remember to live big, live southern, and live outdoors. Have a good day, folks.